Hi, I'm Emily Leary from A Mummy Too. When I was heavily pregnant the second time, I wrote a post on my blog called 20 Tips for Sleeping in the Third Trimester. And still today, 4 years later, it's one of the most viewed posts on my blog. So I thought I would round the tips up and then you can try them and let me know if they work for you. Put some support under your bump when you're laying on your side. So depending on your build and how you like to lay, that might be a pillow, or you can buy wedge cushions that literally wedge under the bump. Whatever works for you to stop the bump shifting too far to one side, because that's bound to wake you up in the middle of the night. Support your leg with a pillow. So when you're laying on your side, grab a pillow and put it under your knee. It takes the pressure off your spine and keeps you more even while you sleep. Get a memory foam mattress or a topper if you can't afford the full mattress. It will take more pressure off those heaviest points during the night and make you more likely to be comfortable until morning. Put a pillow behind your back. The idea is so that if you're prone to leaning backwards and the weight of your bump is too much, then the pillow should offer you some support from behind. If you're suffering from reflux, then sitting propped up can take some of the weight off your stomach and internal organs, so put lots of pillows behind you. Try sleeping on your left hand side. It takes pressure off your vena cava, which carries deoxygenated blood from the lower half of your body back up to your heart. Cut back on caffeine in the evening. It's ultimately going to keep you awake, so set yourself a deadline of mid-afternoon and try to stay away from caffeine after that. Cut back on fluids in the evening. If you don't want to be up every half an hour going to the toilet, then set yourself a deadline of early evening and try not to drink too much after that, just enough to stay hydrated. Lean forward when you pee. It sounds silly, but it helps your bladder to empty more fully, so you'll be less likely to need to go again in the night. If you're suffering from reflux or heartburn, then eat small portions and chew slowly. It's much less likely to make you feel uncomfortable later. Avoid fatty, spicy, carbonated foods. They are going to upset your stomach. You will get reflux in the third trimester if you have too much of that, particularly in the evenings. Wear loose-fitting clothing and avoid anything that's going to put pressure on your chest or your bump. So do you really need to wear a support bra in bed? And do you need to wear pyjama bottoms? The less pressure that you've got on your stomach and on your bump, the more likely you are to sleep through. Try a warm bath before bed, and not just because of the cliche of it relaxing you. It actually relaxes your muscles and means if you tend to get woken up with cramp, then you'll be less likely to. If itchiness, particularly around your bump, is waking you up in the middle of the night, that's really common, and one thing that can help is to avoid any kind of perfume products. The less chemicals that you've got on your skin, the less likely you are to have a reaction. Talk to your partner if you have one. You're awake all night, it's only fair that they should be too, so wake them up and talk through your worries. The closer that you get to the birth, the more likely you are to be worrying about what could go wrong and other plans, so wake them up and have a 10-minute chat. If it's going to help you sleep till morning, I think it's worth it. Don't exercise too close to bedtime, so apparently getting yourself all warmed up just before you try to sleep isn't a good idea, so aim to exercise in the morning rather than the evening. Run a humidifier in your bedroom, so not dehumidifier but humidifier, and what that'll do is to help sort out those swollen nasal passages that you're likely to have in the third trimester. You'll breathe more easily and hopefully sleep for longer. Turn off your laptop, your phone, your PC, anything that's putting blue light into your eyes, because you're telling your brain that it's the middle of the day. Get up and have a walk around. Sometimes just the sheer weight of the pregnancy and also the sheer weight of all the worries that you have in the third trimester can mean that you become increasingly uncomfortable while you're in bed. So get up, have a walk around, have a decaffeinated small drink, and then try going back to bed. It can really help if you just can't sleep. Accept that a lack of sleep is just a common part of third trimester pregnancy. So you might find that if you're lying there feeling really frustrated because you cannot sleep, then it makes it even harder to fall asleep. So lie down, close your eyes, and think of it more as an attempt to rest in which you might manage to sleep. Honestly, when you stop worrying, you actually sleep more. So they're my tips. I'd love to hear if you've got any. Leave me a comment. Don't forget to subscribe and hit like.